First contest of the U.S. election season is underway. Presidential candidates have campaigned across the state of Iowa for months, trying to win over voters and grab momentum for the Iowa caucuses. CCTV's Nathan King is in Des Moines, the capital of the state. Nathan, you've been talking with Iowa voters. What are they telling you?
Well, they're not a happy bunch. They want change, but the question is, who is going to deliver that change for the American people? The voting is underway right now. Let's hear what Iowans had to say.
Join the political revolution.
Number one on security.
God bless you.
Number one on ISIS. Number one on protection.
Please come out and caucus.
Presidential hopefuls make a last-minute push for votes across Iowa, hoping that their platforms resonate with the voters. But far away from the raucous rallies, Wyoming, Iowa. Quiet corner of this state that has the first say in who will win the White House.
And the reason we've come to this sleepy town of just over 500 people is it's because it's unique in Iowa. It's divided straight down the middle, 152 Democrats, 152 Republicans. But what unites them is their fears about America's future.
At Holly's supermarket, Kelly is ringing up a customer. The economy is on everyone's mind here. Okay, but not great seems to be the consensus.
Well, the economy, yes.
Why?
Yeah. Oh, just because, I mean, that affects everybody. So, you know, especially, you know, working here, knowing that people try and make ends meet.
And fears of terrorism stretch even out here.
Keeping our country free. So a lot of our freedoms have been taken away, it seems like.
Friends Lorene and Betty echo another sentiment this election cycle. Most Americans feel the country is on the wrong track.
When they're elected, they may promise you the world, but they're not going to be able to do it.
And then there's the deep distrust of Washington and its politicians.
Well, you can't believe what half of them say half the time. That's the trouble.
But with caucus day here, it's decision time for Iowans, politicians with experience or outsiders who say they will change the system. A lot is riding on what this state decides.
Mike, you've joined us at an auspicious time because we're actually getting the first results here in the Iowa caucuses. Behind me, you see the Democrat and the Republicans there. I'm going to tell you what the scores are at the moment. This is a very low percentage at the moment of votes coming in from the caucuses. But in the Republican race, we have Donald Trump in the lead by 35% over his Republican rival Ted Cruz, the former senator from Texas, who is an arch conservative. On the Democratic side, I'm just reading the numbers as they come in. We have Hillary Clinton, of course, the former Secretary of State, Senator and First Lady, at 53.2%. Her nearest rival, the self-avowed socialist Bernie Sanders, at 46%. So it's starting to happen here. This is the first time after all this campaigning, millions of dollars spent, TV ads everywhere, that actually Americans are voting. So a very important time. And at the moment, it looks like the polls were right, that Donald Trump, the self-avowed billionaire, and of course Hillary Clinton are actually leading, but a lot more results to come in over the next couple of hours.
And of course, one of the things everybody was keeping their eye on was the turnout. The Texas senator really pushing his people to get out there, Donald Trump pushing his people to get out, Hillary, Bernie. What are we seeing there? What's the turnout like? Is it high?
Well, it depends how you define high. This is a sort of secret that not the rest of the world knows, is that there's only about 300,000 people who generally caucus in Iowa. Considering the millions of dollars spent, that's quite incredible. If the number goes above that, that is actually quite good for Donald Trump, because a lot of his supporters would be first-time voters at the caucus, but it would be necessarily bad for Hillary Clinton because she's used to having people who know her and would turn out for her. So we'll wait and see. The two big things to watch tonight are whether young people, they're called millennials here in the United States, actually come out and caucus, and whether people who aren't actually affiliated to any party, Democrat or Republican, actually turn up to vote for Donald Trump. You can write your name in and join a party as you caucus here. It's a very intricate and chaotic sort of process, but that could actually push Donald Trump over the edge as well. It's very exciting here as we get the first results in. I just want to give you a little update before we go. Yep, Clinton's still in the lead for the Democrats over Bernie Sanders. Donald Trump still in the lead over Ted Cruz. It's a little bit wider for Clinton than it is for Donald Trump. We've got a lot more results to come in, but it's happening as we speak.
Fascinating.
Mike.
You heard it here first. There you go, Nathan. Thanks so much.